morning, Mitchell. Bow. Brian.
Holy moly. The world is an interesting place. Today is the 24th anniversary of 9/11, where America lost its innocence. I'm a retired 30-year cop, and one of the more interesting things about being a cop is you think in the form of scenarios. And the scenario all along had been when I end up on a commercial airline, how easy it would be to get into a cockpit. And boy, oh boy, that happened. Happened with a vengeance. And I'm glad it wasn't worse. I've actually been to Shanksville twice, where the
6 minutes.
Unsuccessful attempt had been thwarted and sent into the cornfields. I went there once, and it was raining. And a few years later, my wife and I went back, and we actually went and enjoyed the memorial. It was beautiful. Fun fact, there was a federal agent on that plane, and they found his badge in the trees. Yes, they did. Actually happened. They think that he might have been one of the guys that said, "Boys, let's do it." But nobody actually knows. But if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably fairly accurate, because someone has to go, let's do this. Pardon my
5 minutes.
allergies, they are screaming today. I had a great college professor. He worked on some amazing behaviors. One of them was, he had to explain, is that if it wasn't for dumbasses, you wouldn't know how smart you are. If you hang with dumbasses, you'll become one. And the concept that's real important here is that there are two worlds: the real world and the ideal world. And in the ideal world, all 330 million Americans would be kumbaya and loving and understanding of each other. And you can extend that out to the world. The reality is significantly different. We're a warring people. We always have. Every advancement we've ever made in technology and in medicine has been made through war. We have a thin veneer of society, and if you don't think it's true, I want you here in America, to go to any large department store the day after Thanksgiving and see what women will do to get a $6 toaster. They'll kill each other. Oh, sure, they're members of the Parent Teacher Association, the PTA, back at their house. But you sell a curling iron for $5 and these women are going to kill each other. Well, that is a shining example of how society works. It's a very thin veneer of politeness. And out of 330 million people, if you don't think that there's some crazies out there, you're out of your mind. In your own family, when you go to a family event, there's an Aunt Frida that nobody talks to because she is bat-s crazy. She is. Everybody knows it. Now, she's the one that's not functionally insane. There's a whole bunch of Uncle Bobs that are functionally insane. Nobody talks to Uncle Bob. Nobody lets the kid sit on his lap because he's insane. So when we have events like this happen yesterday, it's important to realize that not everybody's crazy, but I'm being conservative here. Functionally insane, mentally ill, 10% of our population, if I'm being kind. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do for an ambush. No. So I just keep doodling on down the road, and realizing quite clearly that this is a wildly imperfect world. You just deal with it. Yeah. Two worlds, the real world and the ideal world. Ideally, everybody would be just lovely to each other. Real world, not so much. Yeah, all we do is war. That's what we do. What else is going on?
1 minute.
Yesterday was brilliant. I got my oil change in my truck in preparation for leaving. They put, well, I can feel it too, 80 pounds in the back and 75 in the front of my tires. When you're hauling 20-something thousand pounds, it needs to have a full complement of air.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I gotta bring this thing in because I have it out to the minute.
20 seconds.
At landing, it was 45 this morning when I got here, having to wear a heavy coat. That'll go away very quickly. My pal Ralph mowed the club, and it looks glorious. Nice. Yeah, he mowed the field. I'm going to go ahead and mow the parking area in preparation for Saturday's festivities. We're going to have beautiful weather for our little our little shindig out here. I'm just going to do a hot swap on this, and let's fly out another battery. It's such a beautiful morning. I'm getting a little excited about leaving. You go through stages of denial. I've mentioned this every season I come here. You know, you're like, I've been here for 100 and however many days, 100 and plus days, and I'll be out of here in 19 of them. Let's see what our battery looks like. Yeah, I got could have flown another minute or so. Let's go ahead and reset telemetry. Yeah, so I go through this, the stages of grief because I love it up here so much. And what changes your mind fairly quickly is when you have your first cold snap. We went down to 37 the other day. And here, basically, what they say is, it goes from autumn, and 2 weeks later you're in winter. They were telling me horror stories about it being snowing by the middle of this month, which ain't far away.
Throttle active.
Yeah. So you see them knocking down all the fields. In my video yesterday, hold on. Yeah, my video yesterday will quite clearly show you the deciduous trees that start to change. They are doing it.
6 minutes.
Yeah, what I want to do is I don't want to use
Timer
instant
2
trim.
elapsed.
Yeah, I want a little nose up attitude on this, just a little bit more than what I got.
Minimum trim reached.
What?
Minimum trim reached.
Yeah, what I need to do is mechanically trim this to the center. And then redo my trims on my radio.
5 minutes.
But I get it flying so nice. So yeah, I'll mow the parking lot and I'll weed eat, and that'll be the end of my obligation for this season. It's interesting, you end up having to mow about every 5 days when we first get here. And then within about a month or so, it slows down, the grass growing slows down exponentially. Yeah. We have about a 4-month season up here. And then after that, much like Florida, the other 8 months, it's just uninhabitable. That'll make you go away pretty happy that you made the right decision to go home. See if I get a decent thumbnail here. Don't know that Sean will be out here. He's prepping for, they have a horse club, and he's prepping for the horse club for the weekend. They're having their last shindig, and unfortunately it's the same weekend as our barbecue. Our picnic, cookout. Park flyer. Yeah, they did a prescribed burn yesterday and it looked like it. I was pleased to see that we didn't have something get loose on us. Mostly farm fields in my geographic area. Everything will burn, but you know, not like it does if you're in a completely forested area. So yeah, flu shots, oil change, haircut yesterday, groceries. Oh yes, we had a very productive day all before noon. Oh, and my wife got her due done the other day, and we got the dog's dues done the other day. Oh, happy. I just have a few things I need to do. I need to air up the tires on the rig. And then also while I'm down there airing up tires, go ahead and give them a good cleaning. I've already looked up underneath my rig on its suspension and everything is holding tight. I get the COVID vaccine whenever offered. My vaccines have vaccines. Huge fan of vaccines. Huge fan of history. I've never had measles. I've never had mumps. I never got COVID.
2 minutes.
You know, I got some people around me that, you know, like, man, I ain't getting the COVID shot. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a I do not care. I don't care what you do. When I tell people I ain't afraid of COVID, I'm afraid of my wife. She's a nurse. I respect her decisions. And my decision is to get the jab. Yeah, I actually have never gotten COVID. Nope. Not that I'm aware of, obviously. Some of them are asymptomatic, but I'm here to tell you, whenever I get something, I get it bad. I haven't had influenza A or B or any kind of flu in 20 years. Yeah. So up here in the New England states, you actually have to get a prescription now, as of right now, to get your COVID jab. So what I'll be doing, or what I did yesterday, is I sent my doctor's office a note through the portal, and they faxed those up. So when I leave here today, I'm going to go by Walgreens
1 minute.
and make sure those good people got my scripts. I think it's so awesome. It really is. Little screaming Mimi.
30 seconds.
Yeah, and I'll talk more here in a minute about just about any other kind of blather. Give AMRC something to do while he's dispatching truckers.
20 seconds.
Landing.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, if I don't have to go hunt it up.
1. Timer 1 elapsed.
Oh no. Having a little hard time seeing this thing this morning. I don't know what that is. The sun is just beaming. Landing.
Throttle hold.
All right, I didn't yank the nose off yet again. All right, I'll be back in a few. Oh, here. That thing rocks.
I'm back.
We love it up here for a number of different reasons, but one of them is it's a small town atmosphere. So when you're in a metropolitan area and you're trying to get any kind of work done, they don't care. Customer service don't mean anything. And the reason being is that people are lazy and they don't operate on the golden rule. And if you don't come to their widget shop, they don't, it's just no big deal because no, they don't care. Because they're going to have enough people that are just going to come, you know, that'll come and take your place. No big deal. But here, if you F somebody over business-wise, there's a really good chance you're going to be sitting next to them in church on Sunday. So what ends up happening is you have a whole different dynamic and ethic. Significantly different. Yeah, it's just a pleasure. It really is. My strip is wet, so we're going to do one of these from behind. Actually, we could do it in a number of ways. Yeah, so real nice. The Wayne, the service manager here, he was funny. He says, "Man, we couldn't find anything wrong with your truck. We tried." I thought that was funny. Try 2 cameras for fun. Yeah. So we're gearing up to leave, is the bottom line. And knowing that I have to leave starts to bum me out. And I'm like, man, why couldn't we just stay?
0.7 volts.
And then the weather changes. And it means you got to go home. So it actually puts a spring in my step. I start getting excited about leaving, you know. Once you know, like I said, the stages of grief, denial, and then I get acceptance. Okay, we're gonna just make sure we got. Oh, I know what I wanted to do.
16.7 volts.
I don't know that I'm gonna do this with y'all. Taking off. But what I need to do is get that tail under control. This thing wags a bit when you come in to wind, and I think it's, well, either I have too much gain on the rudder or not enough, and that'll be something I do perhaps at home. I don't know. I got word that the house that I walk through their yard to fly at, that they are doing work on it now, getting it ready to be sold, and so the folks must have moved out already.
15.2 volts.
My neighbor next door, though, they're going to just let me walk through their yard, as I've mentioned before. Just got to give her a text when I'm heading over, which is just fine with me. We helped raise each other's kids. They built my porch. And that's something I need to consider as well.
15.7 volts.
They will probably age out before me and my wife, and we've always wanted to live on the lake. So I don't know if in our latter years that we'll be partaking in that or not. We'll see. Yeah, the thought of moving out onto the lake. It sure would be nice.
15.2 volts.
So yeah, I got a list of things minor things I gotta do here before we leave. Ollie, we haven't taken Ollie the dog out in the truck as much as we should, and it upsets his GI a little bit when we take him out and about, and we have to remember that when we go to leave. Within like the first 20 minutes of driving, we need to let him out and make a captain.
Volts.
I endeavor to take him out and run him around a little bit more than what we do. But we'll see. We have the back squared away. My wife bought this thing from Amazon that just takes a whole back seat area and puts a plastic, just imagine like a plastic bathtub where you have the dogs.
15.4 volts.
Shout outs, Rowdy, it's Captain Crunch, Cynthia, Gretchen, Josh, Gail. Cassie started school.
15.4 volts.
Already said hi to AMRC. George, I hope all is well in your world. McMoyer, you're right. I love it when people are at the club with me, and I love it when they're not. I've always got you guys with me vicariously, so that works just fine.
15.2 volts.
Ralph said he might come out, but I'd kind of let him off the hook. I go, he had just woke up when I sent him a note. He does not like the cold. He is nervous about the winter, which he needs to be. It's terrible. You get to a certain age. Yeah, I don't really dig that thing.
15.2 volts. Low battery.
Wagon. Yeah, I'll shut the camera off here when I go to battery back up, and Just check the values. It shouldn't be wagging. In fact, I tell you what I can do.
15.1 volts.
Just back off of the gain and see if that gives me some relief. It's not windy enough to cause it to wag, but I kind of induced it a little bit. Yeah, that may be it. It may just be too much gain in the tail.
Low battery.
All right.
14.5 volts.
Landing. Virginia bareback boy, sand crab in the tube deep. Usually, oh, come on.
Throttle hold.
Usually I'm
Throttle
better
hold.
than that. Dude, come on. Better get used to flying off of unimproved runways.
Throttle active. Throttle active.
I think the way this works is I'll be flying off of fabric here pretty soon. Although I could continue to fly out at my club. It's just old Eric won't be there.
Throttle hold. Throttle hold.
I get out there so early, there's just nobody out there. Alright, I'll be back in a few. See ya.
3 volts.
I'm back. So let's review. Humans are warring creatures and they're many cray-cray out there. Just getting stuff squared away so nicely for go date, which is 19 days away, and that'll be here quickly.
15.3 volts. Switch
Oh,
warning.
the
Throttle hold. Flaps middle rate.
ridiculously
Stabilization on.
the ridiculously beautiful pharmacist. She was Asian. We waxed existentially with her. She, man, that was kind of cool. I'll share this with you. So my wife hates the aging process worse than the singer-songwriter actress Cher. I mean, hates it. But she has a youthful appearance and demeanor.
RSSI low.
So she doesn't look 69.
Throttle active.
So when they were calling out dates yesterday for birthdays to make sure that we were giving the right shots to the right people, they said words to the effect of, they asked me my date of birth. You know, it was, well, they started out with my wife. They go, your date of birth, and she goes, you know, 7/21, a certain year, and the ladies, the pharmacy tech and the pharmacist, they were incredulous. They go, can you repeat that? And she goes, oh, you know, 7/31 of, and the pharmacist made the pharmacist tech go check that. And finally the pharmacist said, the lady goes, you don't look 69.
4 minutes.
And my wife goes, well, I am. And she, my wife, secretly enjoyed the backhanded compliment that she doesn't look her age, and she doesn't. I told her there's a number of reasons for it. I said one of them's being married to a fella 8 years your junior. She got a kick out of that. But there's probably truth to that. The lady that cut my hair, her husband was 12 years her junior. And she doesn't look her age either. Yeah, the gyros on here, what ends up happening is they are working the servos very hard.
Automatic. Stabilization off. 3 minutes.
I mean hard. We'll do a little bit of trimming here. See, pretty good. Whoop. Yeah, that roll axis is just cray on these things. I mean, they really are.
Stabilization on.
Leave that on, and then let's see what we can do here. I'll make sure she's pretty. Bear with as I concentrate on trimming my aircraft out. Man, this thing is the most fun you can have with your britches on. I'm looking forward to doing the build on the other one. It'll be nice. It was funny when I drilled this the other day, the camera flew off and it got a selfie of itself. It's always funny to me. Okay, I was going to work on level flight rolls. So what you got to do is pitch the nose up just a little bit. Oh, wrong stick. Pitch the nose a little bit and then roll. Yay, and it stays level. Pitch the nose up. What? That all I got left? I just love flying this thing. What else have I got to fly? I think we'll take the
20 seconds.
I think we'll take the Puddle Star up and do a gratuitous flight with it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Timer 1 elapsed.
Who'd I miss? San Diego Ute fan. Lurkers in general. Mike Evans, Heidi Ho. Landing.
Throttle hold.
It was unceremonious. I'd mentioned that when I did my inspection on this thing, on having crashed the crap out of it, there were a few cracks that occurred when I crashed it, but the balance of them probably were pre-existing because I'm terrible. Terrible at doing pre-flights. Alright, back in a few. don't know if I'm gonna come out tomorrow or not. We'll see. If Ralph's coming out, I'll come out. But otherwise, yeah. So gonna be out here Saturday morning. Come out around 10 a.m. and hopefully we'll have some other people flying out. I fly so much that when I come out, I generally leave the skies to the, as I like to say, to the adults.
Throttle active. Throttle active.
Taking off.
5 volts.
These things just are stupid. That's what they are. They're just stupid. Wish I could, I guess I could do
11.5 volts.
counter-rotating props, but I'd have to find them, and I can't find counter-rotating props for this thing. CW.
Volts.
These are the China Hobbyline batteries, and I think they're at the end of their useful life, or getting there. Yeah, I don't know if the new profile will fit in my truck or not, or whether I'll like it
11.4 volts.
in the configuration that we'll be doing it in. Hopefully Anthony will get his in the air. Well, I'm sure he will. I'm pretty sure he will. He'll get it in the air before I get mine in there, and we'll figure out where the stock configuration works. Otherwise, we'll just, use our regular powertrain.
11.2 volts.
So logistically, the way it works is we'll leave on the either on the 1st or the 30th, whichever day we leave, and we head down a couple 100 miles
11 volts.
for our first stay at a place we've stayed before. Gardner. And I endeavor to link up with my pal Barry and his ridiculously cute pocket wife Erna. Shout outs to Erna if you watch my dribble. Every now and then she does. Lovely people.
11.3 volts.
Man, they gave us a tour of their house last year. Beautiful. I think they were threatening to get out of the RV business, which people do. My wife and I were talking about how, if our health is good, we'll keep the rig we're in for another decade. It'll last about 20 years, and then retire it and buy a something a little bit smaller, 35 feet, 34 feet.
No battery.
Yeah, these things are dying. I'll replace them when I get home. I'm going to do the tattoo. I already have one tattoo and 2 China Hobbylines. Now the China Hobbylines have done great. They just haven't, longevity-wise, not like the tattoo battery.
11.2 volts.
So we
No battery.
basically drive a day, rest a day, drive a day all the way home to Virginia, at which time we link up, as I've mentioned previously, with Virginia Barefoot Boy and my divorced friends.
No battery. volts.
Then we hightail it to North Carolina. I think we might be a day late getting into North Carolina. It doesn't matter. We pay for a month.
Low battery.
Spend a month in North Carolina. I call it
10.9 volts.
the soft letdown of having to go back home. And honestly, when I say, you know, I'm bummed about going back home, I love everybody there. I really do. My son, my beautiful daughter-in-law and her family, and, you know, all my friends. And we jam it up, boy. Right at Thanksgiving, we hang out in
Low battery.
with our friends
10.5 volts.
very intensely. We play catch up, and then we get through Christmas, and then the New Year's, and then my wife and I hit every freaking doctor that we could possibly hit. She gets new glasses. I'm going to investigate my right ankle.
10.4 volts.
Landing. Doink.
Throttle hold. Throttle hold.
And then we look for next year. You know, we fix all the stuff that's busted around our house and on the rig, and then we look for next year. I hopefully will do some improvements to my rig next year. That'll be cool.
11.3 volts.
I might get it wrapped. I might have it painted, but I doubt it. Getting it wrapped's cheaper and easier. All right, guys, I'll be back in a minute. See you. I'm back. I had to shed the big jacket. It is starting to get warm for show.
0 volts.
Oop.
Throttle active.
What do I gotta do to get this thing running? Maybe turn the battery on. Yeah, that'd probably be a good place to start. I swear I pushed the button a minute ago.
Low battery. Battery critical.
That's not true. 8.4 volts. There we go. Yeah, that nanny board is just a wee bit weird to me,
8.4 volts.
even now. I think George flies it with it off. But I'm a wee bit of a sissy, so. Which is not true. I've flown with it on. Or the, yeah. So Saturday is our club picnic. We'll be having it during the time where Ollie is normally asleep, between 10 and 2. And my wife and I come home and spoil the dogs, and I don't know if it's indoor sports that evening or we wait until the next morning, or both. And then that following week it's supposed to be beautiful weather, so probably what I'll do is my final chores for the rig. What I'll probably do. I mean, check out everything. I have brakes on the rig. Make sure the brakes are doing what they're supposed to be doing. If I'd known that the light was going to work, the eSheen light, I would have bought, I'm talking about a spotlight below deck, I'd have bought 2 more. That's the most fun you can have with your britches on.
8 volts.
My original video transmitter from Fat Shark is on my my ZMR 250 quadcopter, and what I really need to do is replace it, but I don't have one here. I want to do that when I get home. I think it's terrible. You can't get very far away and it starts to poop the bed. So yeah, this is a repeat for my most
7.9 volts.
ardent of followers, but yeah, when I get home, we pull the rig in front of the house, leave it, and we go ahead and bring the house back up to its standards, and then we take that thing right over to Trimble Park, set it up, and then go back to the house, and we'll actually stay at the house probably for 3 days, and then end up back out there, or 2 days, and end up back out there at Trimble. If I'll be able to get the chopper and the moon together or not. Let's see. Chopper.
7.7 volts.
Things are just amazing and wonderful. And I got them before they went up. Dale, you should be getting jazz. I think you're going to be having visitors here soon. Well, how you do it.
Seven 7.6 volts. Low battery.
Landing.
Low battery.
Yeah, I gotta start me a do list. I'm going to, like I said, I gotta do a little bit of work on the rig.
Throttle hold. Low battery.
I need to wash the truck
7.5 volts.
before I leave. They won't let you wash the rig at the
Low
campground.
battery.
Finally heard a little bit of perhaps why, and that's that they have frankly a finite amount of water, and
Low battery.
they don't want to do anything that's going to reduce that where they're at.
Low battery.
All right, children's, back in a flash.
Low battery.
Man, I'm quick. What kind of whirlybird am
Binding.
I flying
Throttle active.
today? This one's not quite as stable as the Huey, but close enough. Now, how is that? It says my battery's down, so we'll set it down and you just stay with me as I hot swap the batteries out. Ooh.
Throttle hold.
Thought I had lackluster performance coming up. It is weird. I think AMRC suffers this. These things are spurious at times. You know, I had it on charge. You know what I mean? Oop, that's not good for it. Although it seems to be starting to puff a little bit. I notice these things are starting to get a little fat. PHAT fat. So that one was supposed to be charged and did not.
Binding. Throttle active.
Yeah, it was lackluster lifting up off the pad. Well, that one's not blinking, so we'll call that a win. Woo. I'm trying to get a decent thumbnail. I'm also inadvertently trying to blind myself. Now this thing will fly for 14 minutes, and I'm not going to do that to you. Not happening.
6 minutes.
We'll run out of blather. I know it's hard to believe, but run out of blather after a while. Clockwise, just teaching myself. I've been doing counter or anti-clockwise. You hear it grinding down. Yeah, I'm gonna take that other battery and make sure it's charging. It may not be charging. It's a little puffed. I don't fly these things out. You know, they're just, you know, they're inconsistent Chinese stuff. And
5 minutes.
so yeah, when we go home, we visit with all our friends and loved ones, and then we hit all the 900 doctor's appointments, and then fix this and fix that and fix the other, and then we're on the road. And I think I've got, my neighbor went to New York City and stayed at this great little RV park that's basically a parking lot across the river. And I think my wife and I need to go see New York City before we die. And since we pass it on the way up, you know, why not? So probably next April, on the way up to here, we'll do a 7-day trip over there and hit all the stuff worth hitting, like my neighbors did. You know, the Broadway shows and the Statue of Liberty and all the gratuitous stuff that you might see, because that'll be one of the last major cities that I didn't get to see that I wanted to. We did want to see Seattle and Portland, but you know, COVID put the quietus on that, and right now I don't know that I want to go out there anyway. But we'll see. When my wife makes the arrangements for that following year, 27, we'll probably go see Seattle and Portland, and yeah.
3 minutes.
I'm gonna fly the Baby Bell and run my mouth during that flight, and then mow. Takes about an hour and some change to mow and weed eat. Get a little breeze, tiny little breeze. Gosh, you wouldn't think they'd be as fun as they are, but they really are.
Minutes.
Angry bee tail. See how much of that I got on video. Alright, let's land her and we'll take the bell up. Landing.
1 minute.
He said to no one in particular.
Throttle hold.
It's so fun. Back in a flash. Speaking of inconsistent, I have 5 batteries for the bell, and you think you charged them all, but who knows. I'll let you know in a minute. She ain't blinking right away. Guys are doing some amazing. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, you just don't know what you end up with when you charge these. Landing. Yeah, I'll put them on charge when I get home.
Throttle hold.
Let's see if I can. What I need to do is remember which ones I charge and don't charge. Allergies are the best. Okay, so number 1, I thought I'd charged. And I know I have. I've charged them. I put them on the charger. I just don't know what the deal is. I will say this though, my chargers are higher value chargers, for lack of a better term. Jesus, Ralph's here.
Throttle active.
I didn't think he was going to show. Probably wanted some Brian time because I'm out of here pretty soon. Yeah, this one seems to be perky. But I've known number 1 to fly just fine before too, so I don't know. There again, it's the AMRC phenomenon. Morning! Love me some Ralph. His wife is lovely too, Miss Helen. See, there you go. Don't know. We're just going to keep going through batteries for the bell until we find a decent battery. And then I'm going to try to charge them on the non-high wattage charger. If I've got one when I get back. I think it scares them.
Binding.
Oh, see, that one's blinking too. That's 3 of them. We're gonna go through all of them. Figure out what's happening here.
Throttle active.
Or else knocking them things down. Okay, this is battery number 4. I often wonder if, you know, when I stick these in the foam, am I pushing that button on there and inadvertently turning the batteries on? You know what I mean? I don't know. There is that possibility. Oops, that one's, oh, we're done.
Throttle hold.
That one's completely spent. Yeah, I'm gonna put them on a lower wattage charger and see if that doesn't help. Yeah, that's annoying. You get it? You getting it?
Well, I think this whole place needs about $1,000 worth of work.
Well, as it turns out, I understand we have that kind of budget.
Binding.
This one piece
Throttle active.
might be nasty on. And the doors on the building.
Perhaps you and I'll do some work next season.
Well, I told Sean if he'd build them 2 doors and put them on that building, I don't care what he uses. Avantech is awful good stuff. You can get it any thickness you want.
Cool.
It's good for 100 years.
Well, that's going to outlive us all.
And trim it up nice
Throttle hold.
and put them on.
Uh-huh.
I'd give him $500 out of my own pocket.
No joy, huh?
Didn't jump to it.